Good evening, everyone. My name is Brian Radmanovich, and it is my distinct privilege and honor to serve as the principal of Lillian Osborne High School and our community. To begin the evening, we acknowledge that we are on Treaty 6 territory, a traditional meeting grounds, gathering place, and traveling route to the Cree, Saulteaux, Blackfoot, Métis, Dene, and Nakota Sioux. We acknowledge all the many First Nations, Métis, and Inuit whose footsteps have marked these lands for centuries. Students and parents, thank you very much for taking the time to attend our virtual open house. Although a bit different than what we normally would like to do for our open house, I believe we have put together a program that will provide you with the information that you need to make an informed decision on whether Lillian Osborne is the right school for you and your family. Tonight you will have an opportunity to learn more about Lillian Osborne and explore the various programs that we can offer your child in an academic setting structured around rigor and high expectations. At Lillian Osborne, we strive for success by inspiring our students through meaningful learning opportunities that nurture passion, resilience, community, and character. Individual growth and achievement of our students in the areas of academics, the arts, and the athletics is supported by our 4 foundational pillars of passion, resilience, community, and character. Lillian Osborne continues to be a school that is focused on academic excellence. Our students are high achievers and committed to doing their best in their studies. In addition to our highly successful academic programming, which includes IB and our language programs of French, Spanish, Chinese, and our Chinese bilingual program, along with our highly regarded and multifaceted fine arts program and our very successful athletics program, students at Osborne strive to reach their potential and experience success in the areas that are of interest to them. When deciding on a high school, it is important to understand the learning environment and culture that exists within its community. At Lillian Osborne, the following 3 elements define our school community and contribute to our success. First and foremost, high expectations. Students are expected to demonstrate academic success along with high standards for behavior. Students are expected to maintain their academic standing in all of their courses. We have found that students who are highly motivated and engaged in their learning outperform students who may not have the same passion and commitment to their studies. Open communication is an expectation and priority for us at Lillian Osborne. Our teachers are committed to providing timely information to our students as to how they are achieving in their courses. Making connections with the families of the students that we teach is also an expectation, and we want to work with you to ensure that your child is successful. Parental involvement is a huge component of this relationship, which we value very strongly and encourage. Secondly, academic excellence. We have outstanding academic results. This past year, our internal data indicated that over 98% of our students successfully completed their courses. Students are dedicated to their studies and work hard to complete their courses so that they can meet the requirements for post-secondary education. Our students do very well compared to the province and other divisional schools in their academic achievement on all major indicators of success. We continue to be one of the top performing public schools in the province. The graduation rate for students who attend Lillian Osborne is 91% compared to the provincial average of 79%. This means that 91% of our students graduate and are eligible for post-secondary after completing their grade 12 year. This is an incredible achievement, and our students are dedicated and driven to focus on their studies and success. We are so proud of all of our students. The third element to our success is our dedicated staff. We have an amazing staff. Like our students, our staff is passionate about what they teach, both in the classroom and in their area of expertise. Staff members who join our team at Lillian Osborne remark at the level of collegiality and collaboration that we uphold. And our students who attend Lillian Osborne recognize and appreciate the positive energy of our staff. The flexibility and willingness of our staff to meet the individual needs of our students creates a welcoming and positive learning environment for all at Lillian Osborne. The staff at Osborne is committed to helping each of our students reach their potential, and this commitment to excellence is reflected in the fine results achieved by our students. Our International Baccalaureate program, which is very popular, will be having a presentation this evening. Jane Taylor, our IB coordinator, along with Wendy Foote, one of our IB teachers, will host a virtual session with plenty of information for those of you who are interested in IB. Please be sure to check this out. The administration team has created a document which is available on the Open House webpage for families to post questions that you may have regarding programming or general questions about the school. A team member will be reaching out and connecting with you to answer your specific question. I invite you to take the virtual 360-degree tour of the school. Lillian Osborne is a state-of-the-art facility that can offer your child a rewarding learning experience. Please be sure to peruse our open house and school websites and watch our feature presentation video of the school.
What's some piece of advice that you could give me coming into high school?
I'd say just get involved with stuff. I came into high school like not really having very many friends at all, and I was a very shy, lonely kid, and anything that I found interesting I joined, whether it was like an option course or like a club, and that really helped me like meet people and like blossom.
One thing for sure is to live in the moment, and that's something that I feel like was missing in my grade 10 self. I felt like I didn't have time to put more of my attention onto school activities and school events, which I really regret now.
And this is like the one chance like you're never going to get back, right? We're only going to be in high school once.
What was your biggest anxiety in like the transition from junior high to high school, and how has being a part of Lillian Osborne kind of quelled that?
The thing that gave me the most anxiety was knowing that I was going from a Catholic school to a public school.
When I first stepped in the building, for me, it was just the staff and the overall community of students who were really welcoming, and it really helped me take that big step forward.
Yeah, the Lillian student body is like one of the most non-judgmental groups of people that I've ever met. Like, you'll always find a group of people with similar interests with you and similar hobbies that you never feel like left out.
Well, in grade 10, I didn't really have much of an idea who I was, and now I'm in a place where I just understand myself more, and I'm more comfortable just being authentically myself.
Coming here has just made me realize that it's okay to try, it's okay to make mistakes, because there's always going to be people who support you and who help you. And so I think it's really helped boost my confidence and my self-esteem.
Well, what initially inspired me to come to Lillian was the Chinese bilingual program here, because being born in Canada, I've never really had a connection with my Chinese heritage. And it's really interesting because I feel like I've learned a part of myself that just always has been hidden, and it just needs to be expressed.
We have so many diverse students, and we have different clubs that allow us to kind of learn more about who we are, where we come from, and even in the BSA, the Black Student Association, the cooking every single week is my favorite part of the week. We got to cook some jollof rice, something that I eat at home a lot, so it's kind of I guess coming to my second home.
I'm really happy with how many opportunities Osborne provides. I have tried out for the golf team. I also did try out for the basketball team, but fortunately I didn't make it. And I also, obviously, LOHS TV has been a great experience that really has helped me felt included and part of the high school community.
You mentioned not making the basketball team, and so how did that make you feel?
The great thing about Osborne here is it's safe to fail. So you can go and try out, and if you don't get the result that you want, it's okay, because all of the coaches and students are so supportive, and instead of taking that as a loss, I really saw it as an opportunity for myself to improve and try again next year.
There's just so much help here that'll help me express who I am, who I'm still trying to find today.
What do you hope to gain through the arts program at Lillian?
Confidence, seeing as when I dance, I feel like myself.
I think the biggest thing I learned is that the way you are naturally, just intrinsically how you exist, is okay, and it's awesome.
You obviously are part of the cheer team, so what have you learned from your cheer experience?
Teamwork is such a big thing, then also commitment and trust, because we are also supporting our teammates, we are supporting our flyer. I'm a back spot, so lots of my job is to support the flyer from the back.
What's it like performing on stage?
The second you step out, it's you're a new person, so it's a really special feeling, getting to be another person and finding yourself in them.
Okay, so Effia, you're currently in grade 11 and also in IB. So how has your IB journey been?
It's definitely challenging, but I feel like the challenge is something that's rewarding and not something that you should shy away from and be scared of. And lots of the time when they talk about IB, it's, oh my gosh, it's IB, or oh my gosh, you have to be such a smart person to be an IB. But really, IB is just, it's something that helps you have good time management skills. It's something that really builds your character, makes you like open to what's around the world.
So, Harpriya, I know you are on various sports teams. What has those sports taught you, not about like just the sports in general, but about life?
I think being on the sports teams here has really made me realize that like life's not perfect. Like you're gonna have ups and you're gonna have downs, you're gonna win some games, you're gonna lose some games, but like by working hard you can get through it. Honestly, like every time you step on the court, you're there to represent Osborne and you're there to show everybody what it really means to be a legend.
What does that mean to you? What is a legend?
For me, being a legend is being part of something bigger, is to help make a difference.
Being a legend is just really persevering through everything that might be tough and using that as fuel to push ahead.
Despite our diverse demographic at Lillian, one thing that we all have in common is being a legend.
I mean, it's kind of in the name, like being a legend is like making your mark and like just being the best you can be.
Thank you for joining us to learn more about Lillian Osborne High School. I'm Mrs. Johnsbell, one of the assistant principals here.
And I'm Mr. Chaudhry, the Career Pathways Coordinator within Student Services at our school.
This video is going to share important information with you regarding registration for our high school, course selection tools, timetables, and summer school.
Lillian Osborne has grown tremendously over the last number of years. We have more students than we can accommodate and are considered a level 3 school on the growth control model for Edmonton Public Schools. This means that we are now considered a lottery school.
As a lottery school, all resident students who live in our attendance area will have the opportunity to participate in pre-enrollment for Lillian Osborne, which runs until April 14th.
The lottery process will not impact current students who attend our school.
For next school year, 2022-2023, Lillian Osborne will not be accepting new registrations from families if the student is not a resident student of Edmonton Public Schools or does not live in our attendance area.
The lottery process will apply to new resident students registering at Lillian Osborne for the 2022-23 school year. This process will not impact students currently attending our school and will only apply to new students who have registered to pre-enroll by April 14th at Lillian Osborne.
The following priorities will be used to enroll new students in this order. Resident students in the attendance area who have a sibling at the school who is returning next school year. Resident students in the attendance area. Resident students outside the attendance area who have a sibling at the school who is returning next year.
Please note the following. If you are currently registered at an Edmonton Public School and live in the Lillian Osborne attendance area, please log into your parent school zone account and there will be a tab that says next year. Use the drop-down menu and select Lillian Osborne as your school for next year. The deadline to complete this process is 4 p.m. on April 14th, 2022.
If you would like all the details about the lottery process, please visit the division website at www.epsb.ca/lottery process. We know that many of you might be interested in summer school in 2022. The division will have information soon about what summer school may look like this year, so please stay tuned. One
of the best parts about being in high school is choosing courses and developing a course plan. Student services and the administration team often work with families to ensure students try to get all of their classes for the following school year.
On our website, we have several tools to help you develop a deeper understanding of what courses we offer, what courses you need to graduate, and what courses you have an interest in taking during your 3 years at Lillian Osborne High School. These tools are located on our open house page for you to browse at your convenience. A reminder that these are just tools and not the actual course selection registration process. Using these tools to plan your courses at Lillian Osborne High School does not guarantee your acceptance to our high school. However, they do give a good idea of the scope of courses that you could take at our high school.
If you're in grade 10, a full schedule will be 8 classes. And for most students, you will have science, math, English, social studies, physical education, and 3 options. And completing these 8 classes will allow you to earn up to 43 credits in grade 10.
Also note that physical education is offered in conjunction with career and life management for next year. So you can take both classes as a single course.
In terms of what our school timetable looks like for next year, we will have a semestered system with 2 semesters per year. Students will register in 4 courses in semester 1 and then 4 courses in semester 2.
Regardless of what courses you will have, students will be able to take up to 8 classes total. Students enrolled with Lillian Osborne work closely with their assistant principals or their counselors to ensure they have the courses they need.
Thank you for joining us to learn more about Lillian Osborne High School. We wish you great success in your high school journey, wherever that may take you.
Remember to stay safe, stay healthy, and above all,
be legendary.
Hi, my name's Jane Taylor. I'm the IB coordinator at Lillian Osborne School. And today I'd like to tell you a little bit about what the IB program is and how we offer it here at Osborne. First of all, what is the IB program? Most of you know that it's an international program. It's very holistic. It includes problem solving, inquiry thinking, and a lot of academic skills. It's the best preparation for university. It's challenging and rigorous. When we say rigorous, we mean that it takes students outside of their comfort zone. The IB mission statement describes the philosophy of the IB organization. If you just look at some of the descriptor words in this mission statement, you'll see what IB aims to achieve. We want to make our students knowledgeable, caring, intercultural, international, and to be active, compassionate, and lifelong learners. Why should you take IB? Because it develops the whole person. These are some of the learner profile attributes that teachers will emphasize in class. Academic skills are developed more than they are in the Alberta curriculum. There's a lot more problem solving, a lot more creation of ideas. Time management becomes really important. Students do a lot of practical skills like oral exams, dances, art, exhibitions, etc. Universities absolutely love IB students. This is because they find that these students are better prepared for the expectations of university. First off, they're more likely to succeed because of these academic skills they learned in high school. And they also are the students who tend to get the most involved in the university, the different clubs and events that are happening. This is some evidence to show you how IB students do have greater success in university. You can see that the IB cohorts always have either a greater grade point average or a greater percentage of successful candidates. This is my favorite bit of data. It shows you the correlation between the degree that a student comes into university with and their chance of success. And you'll see that the IB diploma has the greatest correlation with success. Alberta is quite good at 0.59, but IB is even better at 0.66. Because the universities recognize the value of these IB students, they tend to try to encourage students to go to their university. In fact, they often compete with each other. So they'll give certain benefits to IB students. For one thing, most universities will use either the Alberta or the IB grade when determining whether to accept students or not. And they have a favorable grade conversion. The IB grade scale is out of 7, and they convert it to a percentage, as you can see on this table. Most of the universities also give transfer credit for IB courses. For example, if you look at English A Literature, HL, if a student achieves a 6 out of 7 at U of A, they will get an English 100 level course credit. At UBC, if they get a 5, a 6, or a 7, they'll get an English first year course, and so on. You need to look at each individual university's websites to find out which IB courses a student can get advanced credit in. Okay, what is the IB diploma? Students who are completing the full IB diploma will complete 6 IB subjects with at least 3 at the higher level, and they'll do the IB core, which consists of an extended essay, a 4,000-word essay in a subject of the student's choice, theory of knowledge courses over grade 11 and 12, and creativity, activity, and service. This is where students will get out in the world and do things. They can be active, do volunteer work, be creative, so that they're getting outside of that academic shell. Of the 6 subjects that students have to take, 1 has to be from each of groups 1 to 5 plus 1 other subject. I'll go through these details in a minute. What we offer at Lillian Osborne is in group 1, English literature at the higher level. In group 2, we have Mandarin at the intermediate level, Mandarin BSL, and Mandarin BHL at the advanced level. Mandarin AB means beginner Mandarin. French is intermediate, and Spanish is beginner Spanish. For group 3, we offer global politics at the higher level, and this is, students learn this course with their social studies classes. In group 4, the sciences, we have biology and computer science at higher level, chem and physics at standard level. Group 5, students take math, analysis, and approaches at the standard level. Now, the 6th subject can either be a group 6 subject, which is one of the arts, or it can be another group 4 subject, or it could be another language. All right, so I'm going to talk about now what the difference between SL and HL is. SL teaches knowledge up to about a grade 12 level of study and the IB academic skills that are so useful in university. HL subjects, the knowledge goes up to first year university with the same academic skills that the standard level subjects cover. So here's an example of somebody's program with 3 higher level courses. If you were interested in healthcare in the future, instead of group 6, this student would take 2 sciences. If you had an interest in engineering or science, instead of taking an art, you might take computer science at the higher level and physics at the standard level. You see there are still 3 or higher level subjects, and the student is meeting the requirement of the 6 subjects. If you're interested in the humanities or arts, or if you want to have a more well-rounded education, you might select 1 course from each of the 6 groups. Diploma students also complete the core that I mentioned briefly. There's the extended essay, which is started in March of grade 11 and finished in January of grade 12. Theory of knowledge, which is, there are 2 classes, TOK 25 in grade 11 and TOK 35 in grade 12. And then there's CAS. And with CAS, there is a CAS coordinator who helps the students do the required reflections on their activities. What is partial IB? A lot of students don't want to do the full diploma. You can take as many IB courses as you want, any number, any combination. But you do have to be aware that sometimes we can't fit the combination you've chosen into your timetable. For example, this year, students could not take more than 2 IB sciences. So when they wanted a 3rd or 4th science, it had to be regular because they're often placed in the same teaching block. If you want to get credit for an IB subject, you have to complete the entire stream from grade 10 to grade 12. This shows you a few examples. Math 10 and 20 are done in grade 10, Math 30 in grade 11, Math 31 in grade 12. At that point, the student writes the IB exams and can get credit for IB Math. And you'll notice at the bottom, Science 10 in grade 10, and then if you're choosing biology, you need to take Biology 20 and Biology 35 in grade 11, and then Biology 30 in grade 12, then write the IB exams. This is how we offer TOK Extended Essay and CAS. TOK is a regularly scheduled class, whereas CAS is done ongoing on a student's time. Will there be more work? Yes, there's definitely more work because you have to learn and develop the skills that go along with IB. So it seems quite different from the work you do in a regular course, mostly because of these skills. What I find is when alumni come back to visit, they often tell me that doing IB courses made a huge difference in university, that they felt that they were well prepared and they were ahead of the other kids. So it's a good idea to take as much education as you can into your university years. Will your marks be lower? My answer is no, because our IB classes learn exactly the same as regular, but in more depth, and it's more inquiry-based. The students are so well prepared because of learning extra, but they have the same exams as the regular kids, so the marks actually tend to be higher. Now there are some cases where the marks will be lower. Since there is more work in IB, if a student is struggling with the workload, their marks might be lower. And by dropping some IB classes or all IB classes, it may give them more time to work on the basic courses. So if a student is in that situation, they should speak to me or one of the counselors to get some advice on how to change their program. Pre-IB is what your students will be coming into in grade 10. It's because IB program is actually only a 2-year program, but in the Americas, most of our high schools have grade 10, 11, and 12. So IB says, well, you can do a pre-IB program for those kids to prepare them for what they'll get in grade 11 and 12. So now comes the course selection. If you want to do the full IB diploma when you come into grade 10, these are the courses you would select. English 10 pre-IB, whichever language you choose, social studies, math 10 and math 20, science 10, and your 7th subject might be computer science if you want to continue in computer science throughout high school. Or you can take another course if you're happy with not taking, like if you don't want to take computer science, you can just leave that one off. Your 8th subject could be an IB art if you want to continue in an IB art or whatever you want. Some of our kids will take Phys Ed 10 Com 20, which is a combined course. It's required to get an Alberta diploma, so it could fit into one of those 2 spots. Many people take a 20 level non-IB science. For example, if they're IB sciences, they're planning to take biology and chemistry, then they might take physics 20 in grade 10. They can also have a course, one of the options that are available. Students are limited to only 8 courses, but in grade 10, there is space for a couple of options, even with only 8 courses. Some students have already completed Science 10. This would be the kids from Grandview. If that's the case, you can go directly into Chemistry 20 and 35 or Physics 20 and 35. You just have to be aware that when it comes to grade 12, we have to see how scheduling works to see if you can actually fit the grade 12 subject when you get into grade 11. If you completed Math 10 in junior high, you cannot accelerate IB Math. You have to take Math 20 in the 2nd semester of grade 10. Many people ask about summer school. We recommend that students take the Phys Ed 10 Com 20 in summer school, giving those extra 2 courses for other things. What does it take to be an IB student? These are the important traits. You do not have to have top marks. Much more important is your desire to learn and your work ethic. If you have any questions, please enter them in the form that's available for you or contact me at jane.taylor@epsb.ca. I look forward to seeing you next year.
On behalf of the entire staff, I would like to end by thanking you for taking the time to attend our virtual open house. I truly believe that behind each and every one of us is a story that speaks to our passion, our legacy, and our destiny. For our students, their story begins here at Lillian Osborne. Thank you again and enjoy the rest of our open house. Take care and stay healthy.